Meanwhile, Vice President Kashim Shettima has encouraged local and foreign investors to take advantage of the opportunities provided by the federal government in driving sustainable economic growth and development of the country. The Vice President stated this at the opening of the Bauchi State Economic and Investment Summit. Awal Abdullahi reports.
With the theme, Unlocking Bauchi's Economic Potential, Gateway to Sustainable Investment, the summit drove participants from within and outside the country. Vice President Kashim Shettima said the federal government under the present administration is committed to implementing reforms aimed at strengthening economic growth and attract sustainable investment across all sectors. He commended Bauchi state government for the initiative, saying it's aligned with the federal government agenda for economic diversification.
My appeal to investors and stakeholders is simple. We must understand that Bauchi's advantage is not only its resources. What the state has advertised is its commitment to reforms that reduce bureaucratic friction, including streamlined incentives. We urge prospective partners to engage with both the state and the relevant ministries, departments and agencies of the federal government to access support, scrutinize project pipelines, request data rooms, and explore blended finance structures that can make projects bankable and investment ready.
Former President Obasanjo at the event emphasized the importance of global integration in achieving meaningful developments.
Must bring everybody together, and we call it partnership. I have said there are 5 P's that must go together for us to make progress. What we are doing is to change the style of relationship or partnership that Baba has described, to remove corruption and personal interest. We are not taking any advantage for ourselves. We are allowing the investors to make sure he maximizes his profit. And he should see that at least Bauchi is home where there is sincerity, where there is fidelity in terms of ease of doing business.
Meanwhile, the former President Obasanjo has inaugurated the newly constructed Ahmadu Bello International Conference Center, Bauchi. The over 3,000 capacity multipurpose facility will serve for local and international engagements. In Bauchi, Awal Abdullahi, NT.
Let's turn our attention to the Green Chamber now, as the House of Representatives has condemned a proposed bill in the United States Senate known as Nigeria Religious Freedom Accountability Act 2025, describing the piece of legislation as wolf in sheep clothing to undermine the sovereignty of Nigeria. National Assembly correspondent Mitari Ikme has details of this and other resolutions at a plenary.
The House unanimously adopted a motion of urgent national importance, sponsored by Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu and other lawmakers, taking a swipe at the Nigeria Religious Freedom Accountability Act 2025, sponsored by Senator Ted Cruz in the American Senate, which seeks to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern and suggests religious coloration to security challenges in the country. Lawmakers called for coordinated diplomatic and domestic response against the American bill.
The House resolves to reject outrightly narratives that frame Nigerian security crisis as a singularly religious conflict or a state-sponsored persecution, and reaffirms Nigeria's constitutional protections, freedom of religion and belief.
The main problem here comes from those who deliberately demarcate Nigeria outside the country, including Nigerians.
This motion is referred to the Committees on Foreign Affairs, National Security and Intelligence, Human Rights for further legislative action.
In other resolutions, lawmakers lamented the deplorable state of the Kaba-Egbe Road in Kogi State, saying it is posing security threats and environmental hazards to road users.
Urge the Federal Ministry of Works to include the construction of Kaba-Egbe Road in the 2026 budget estimate and concession the road after construction to a competent private company to generate money from articulated vehicles for maintaining the road.
Bills that scaled second reading include
a bill for an act to alter the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to create additional local government areas in Gombe State and for related matters.
13 other bills introduced at first reading during Wednesday's plenary include the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency Amendment Bill 2025, as well as the Drivers' Welfare and Social Security Bill 2025.